Without Drew Brees, the Saints go to Seattle and pull off a 33-27 victory. And I'm going to give you my good, bad, and ugly takeaways from the game. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. The Saints went into Seattle today and pulled off what some could call an improbable victory. I know I wasn't feeling too good about it. I feel like there's a lot of good things to take away from the game. Not too many bad things, not too many ugly things. I felt like the final score was not a good representation of the actual game on the field. So if all you're looking at is the box score, just know that the Saints kind of dominated this game, which is actually funny to say because if you look at that box score, man, it wasn't even close. But Seattle did pick up a lot of their offensive yards in garbage time. But why don't we go ahead and get into some of the good things that happened. So the first thing I feel like you have to talk about is the performance of Teddy Bridgewater. He's not Drew Brees, that much is obvious. But like I mentioned in my 5 reasons why the Saints are still Super Bowl contenders video, which I'll link below, he's a guy he's not gonna lose you games, which is more than you can say for quite a few quarterbacks in the NFL. Teddy was 19 for 27, 177 yards, 2 scores, no picks, and you know, the biggest surprise to me, possibly, he wasn't sacked. But the man of the game MVP, I mean, it has to go to Alvin Kamara, right? 160 all-purpose yards. They couldn't tackle him. The 2 plays that obviously stand out are the screen down the right sideline that he actually brought in for a touchdown, and the screen down the left sideline closer to the Rams end zone. 99% of guys in the NFL, man, they couldn't have got out of what he got out of on those plays. Special teams was great today. Thomas Morstead landed 2 punts inside the 5. He flipped the field on multiple occasions, which was big for the defense. And then of course, Deontay Harris's punt return for a touchdown to open up the game. This was also the first time in Sean Payton's Saints history that they scored special teams and defensive touchdowns in the same game. But the defense, like I said earlier, look at the box score, over 500 yards and giving up. I don't think that indicates how well they played. I don't think they got any sacks on Russell Wilson, unless I'm forgetting one late in the game, but I thought they actually did a good job getting pressure on him. He had to escape the pocket a lot of times, and it forced bad throws by him. He bounced quite a few balls today. And then the 4th down, when he had Lockett open in the corner of the end zone, you can say it's bad coverage on PJ Williams, but he missed that throw because of the pressure that the Saints got on him. He had to throw it probably a little sooner than he was wanting. And likewise, the pass defense did a great job too, because there was quite a few times where he did have time to throw and there was just nobody open. And then here's a cool stat that I picked up. It's the first time under Pete Carroll that the Seahawks have lost at home in September. And then you just have to give it up to the officials for not blowing the play dead when Von Bell returned that fumble. So I didn't have too many bad things to comment on. 2 of them are kind of, I put in the bad section, but you know, it was so little that, I don't know. But I'm just gonna go with both of them. Jared Cook and Latavius Murray. Those are 2 guys that got pretty decent sized contracts over the offseason. 2 guys that received a lot of hype over the offseason. And Cook, I mean, he just, every game it looks like he's good for a drive, and he definitely has not had the impact that I think a lot of us thought he would. And then Latavius Murray is kind of the funny one because he only had 2 carries, so it's kind of, well, how can you put somebody that only has 2 carries in the bad section? My question is, why did he only get those 2 carries? This wasn't a game where the Saints were down and they had to air it out the entire game, try to get back in it. You know, they had a lot of opportunities to get him the ball today, and I know Kamara was playing well, but there's a little cause for concern, in my opinion, when the opportunities are there, but he doesn't receive that opportunity. I know he missed time in training camp and during the off season, so maybe he's not healthy yet, you know? I'm hoping this is one of those deals where a couple months from now, and it's kind of later in the season, kind of look back on videos like this or posts on the internet and be like, hey, remember when we were talking about Cook and Murray not contributing like we thought they would? And it's only week 3, 2 of them without Drew Brees, so I mean, it's not time to hit the panic button or anything like that. Just hopefully over these next coming weeks they kind of come out of the rut they're in, because the Saints are gonna need them. The other bad for me was Deontay Harris muffing that punt after he returned the other one. Sean Payton referred to it as diamond in the rough and then coal in his post game, you know. It's great that he's having these returns like he is, but I just feel like eventually, if he keeps dropping the ball, the coaching staff is gonna be like, well, I mean, we can't put this guy back there if he can't catch it. And I have one ugly, and it's once again the flags thrown against the Saints. That's 2 weeks in a row. I think they had double-digit flags thrown on them. That's something that they have to figure out. A lot of it's uncharacteristic, to be honest, but especially when you don't have Drew Brees out there, you know, that's the kind of thing. If you keep doing that, you're not gonna win the games you think you should. But yeah, I'm so happy about the outcome of tonight's game. You know, I was, like I said, I was kind of feeling down during the week a little bit. I know I put out the video while the Saints still had the chance, but you don't want to see the Saints lose to Seattle. I don't want to see them lose next week to Dallas. You know, I kind of have the opinion of if they can go 3-3, 4-2, I don't really care. You know, it's all about the season, not about the individual game. So, but again, you don't want to see them to lose to some of these teams that we don't like. But anyway, excited about next week, Dallas in the Dome, Sunday Night Football. If you do enjoy content like this, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I got a lot of good feedback over the first video I did. Hopefully this one receives some of the same. I plan to keep doing them. Kind of makes you more attentive about the game, you know. I thought I was before, but I'm even more now. Anyway, everyone have a great week. Hopefully next weekend gets here quick. Again, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below who your game MVP was. See you guys next time.